Welcome back again, everybody. Buddha is here. As always, we're going to take a look at exactly what we can do for the time being in Bitcoin as well as in cryptocurrencies. Welcome back, friends. We're going to take a look at you guys' altcoins that you guys are interested in. So make sure to send out those names. It could be a stock name. It could be an altcoin name that you guys want me to take a look at to actually figure out a strategy that can work for you. So we're going to do that in a second, but it seems like right now the market is pulling down a little bit after we saw the DXY to be rallying, as we warned everybody regarding a potential continuation of the crash. But look, I'm not thinking that, you know, it's going to continue that farther out because we are receiving a lot of buying opportunities. It can still have the momentum for the downside, the stock market. But look, the point is, if you cannot actually have the courage to pull the trigger when everybody else around you is telling you that you need to be fearful, then you're doing something wrong. But I'm not telling you to do this by going balls deep in one idea in 1 week. Just like slowly, gradually accumulate, right? Like even if you're in a bear market, it takes like, you know, in a normal bear market, it used to be around 18 months. But right now with the network effects, it's like really diminished to like a month or like 3 months, sometimes even like 6 months or 6 to 9 months or 8 months or whatever it is, right? So we have seen that before. After the China ban on Bitcoin, it took us a little while to recover for the upside again. So it's probably going to happen in the same fashion. But it totally depends on how we're going to react to the Fed increasing the rates or not increasing the rates, and then what happens. Let's say the market crashes down, the Fed increases the rates while the market is crashing down, then what happens? Are we going to really go into this time period where everything else is, increasing their dump? Are we going to see an increment in the momentum for the dump or the momentum for the downside? So are we going to see that? That's the ultimate question. I don't buy that yet. If we see a dump in the market, I don't think that Fed is going to increase the rates. They may make it stable. They're going to slow things down, but they're not going to do it. And what's really fascinating is that they haven't really slowed down and haven't really slowed it down that much. Right, we are still injecting and doing things to boost the economy. At least it seems like it, right? By the time they stop it, that might be interesting. But look, these economical data points, there's always two sides, right? It's like bulls and the bears. And what matters is, you guys know, we accumulating. And right now, let's take a look at you guys' altcoins. We are receiving a TD non-buy signal in Dow Jones Industrial Average, meaning that the indexes could turn for the upside and it's your opportunity to get back in. At least it seems like it. So let's take a look at the chat. What do I think about investing on ETF named Meta for the future and investing in ETFs in general? You could invest in Facebook or Meta or whatever you call them. Do I support Meta? No, I don't support Facebook one bit. So it's totally up to you, whatever you want to do, but they have a feature, right? They have a feature. All right, what else we got? FTX, are they building on blockchain? FTX, are they building? I have no idea what you're asking. What else we got? THG. Matt Manus. Let's see. I have no idea about this one. It seems like somebody pulled the rug on everybody. So be careful with this one. I don't know when they get the pre-sale, you know, where the people bought it at for the pre-sale. But let's take a look at Ripple. Somebody asked me Ripple, a cripple. It's in the buying zone, right? It's totally in the buying zone, receiving a green buying opportunity. I would say slowly, gradually accumulate. It looks beautiful. Around 0.59 cents is not a bad location. If you take a look at the overall ranges, though, below 50 cents to 31 cents, that will be the ultimate location that you want to pull the most trigger at, right? That could be the potential bottom. 78.6 to 886. It could go lower than that, but usually where we see the bottom on these altcoins, we pull the rug to everybody and then put in the bottom. Breaking. Biden admin will order agencies to regulate digital assets such as Bitcoin as a matter of national security. Yeah, look. Executive action to regulate Bitcoin and other digital assets as a matter of national security. And they can do that. They can ultimately do that. They have the power to do it. You know, the thing that is... that is going to be really fascinating this year is if you see the stock market to be pulling down a little bit, right? If you do see it to pull down a little bit, then we could potentially see a dump in the cryptocurrency sector. But look, I don't buy that yet. I don't think so that we're going to see it. They are creating the NFT waves. There's a lot of people out there in the US right now, right in this moment, in our basically in their 20s. The people are creating a new NFT wave, a new Bitcoin and Ethereum wave. They don't give a fuck about the ETFs. Only the boomers care about them. All right, the people who have been buying it for a long time. The only people that care about them is the boomers. The people over like 40 or like 50 or whatever the heck it is, they just want to buy it. The boomers, they love the thing. You know, they want to buy more stock. They want to buy only Teslas. They only want to buy Apple stock. Okay, that's the only thing they care about. So if that's the case, then look, we may actually go down a little bit further in the crypto market, but I don't buy the fact that we're going to slow down the wave. The only way we're going to slow it down is we are going to really make everybody fearful. Okay? But most important thing that makes people fearful is the price to be dropping. If you cut the losers over here, if Bitcoin doesn't drop anymore and it only goes up, then the money has to move somewhere. So if you see by the time we go all-time high, let's say we go all-time high in Bitcoin, and everybody else is selling their stocks, going back into cash, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to be like, oh my God, this thing is going up. I want to go into this. What is this? Let's move into this. If that's the case, if that happens somehow, one way or another, if that's the case, forget about your fucking 10K thesis, all right? 10K is not happening. That we talk about that back in 18th of November when everybody said we were going up to 100K. That's when we talk about it. All right, you guys know about it. I know about it. We know who we are. You know, everybody else is fucking bearish and we are accumulating right now. We know who we are. You know, there's no doubt about that. But look, the point is, right now is the greatest time to think about buying it, accumulating it, when everybody else is selling. That's how the market works, guys. If you see all the YouTubers out there giving you all the sell signals in the entire world, and the world is ending signals, even the best ones that you ever thought about. This was a chart that we taken a look at back in 28th of November, and the 21st of November, we said we are 100% cash. And that's when we pull the trigger. And right now, we are plummeted down to like 33K. You guys know about it. I know about it. But right now, everybody's fearful. Does it mean that we can't drop further? No. But what it means is that by the time we turn for the upside, it's going to be too late. And that's how the markets work. So, you know, we can actually drop down further over here in the stock market, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we need to be fearful. Okay? So we gotta keep this in mind. All right, what else we got? Why all the DeFi projects are going down, right? That somebody asked me that in the chat. Yeah, I mean, the overall market is going down, and it could be because of the uncertainty around the regulation, as you said. But look, the point of the matter is this. One way or another, if we all agree on the fact that as rational beings that doesn't care about who's going to have the power and who's doing what and have no hidden agenda or anything, just a normal human being. The normal human being right now do not give a single F about decentralization. And that's a reality, right? They don't care about it. Nobody cares about it. And it's just like, it's just out there, right? It's like you coming up with the internet and telling everybody about it. They don't care about it. Only people that care about it is the nerds. The only people that care about it is the ones who are kind of can see how the things are going to evolve over time. And those are the people that you want to bet on. Not the other way around. You don't want to bet on the status quo people. You want to bet on the people who are going to change everything. That's how you win it big. The time has proven to us as hodlers. See where we come? Starting from 2017, a lot of people have been calling us like, you know, get rich quick schemes, and like they're calling it a scam, they're calling it a Ponzi, or they're calling it whatever the heck. You know, they fight you, right? They are still fighting us. But then we're gonna win. Then we're gonna win. It's coming in. We are winning. Right now, we are already winning. But we're going to keep winning, keep winning, keep winning, keep winning. We're going to get people from the ETF world, from the stock market world, to the crypto world. And some people are hard to get in. You know, they just can't get in. They don't get it yet. You know, they just don't understand enough of it. They just cannot. They can't process it. They're not smart enough to understand it. But look, I'm not saying that you need to actually, like, be that smart to understand it. I think you just need to put your homework in there and just, like, research about it. And you're going to get in. One way or another, you're going to get in. You're going to get the bug. You're going to get in. It's like a virus that's going to spread to you, and you're going to have to buy it more. You're going to put everything into it, and you're going to have to buy it more, buy it more, buy it more, and save it more because your fiat currency is worthless currency. And some people argue that, you know, the stocks have something behind them. You know, some people argue that Bitcoin doesn't have anything behind it. You know, some people argue that Ethereum doesn't have anything behind it. But look, stocks has been around for how long? You know, a lot more than Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So what does that tell you? So we came up with an asset class that is completely different than your any asset that you have ever seen in your entire life. And you're telling me that you're not going to buy this asset class because you didn't make enough research about it? I'm telling you, this is something new and they can change everything, and you didn't do your research about it and still buying a fucking Apple stock. What the hell are you doing with your life? You know, this is the new way of doing things. And look, if you think about it, I'm not the one saying it. The people with their actions are saying it. We have seen Bitcoin come up from, like, you know, 10K to where it's at right now. Now, we went all the way up to $69,000, and somebody could argue it is true with Ethereum. It's true with other cryptocurrency projects. It's true with, like, a lot of different projects. And that shows you the potential in this wave that we are riding it out. Riding it out. And one thing that I am really thinking about right now in this moment is the fact that the DeFi sector is going to be carrying out us and all of us to a new reality with the help of NFTs. Different reality. I'm not even fucking talking about, like, us still buying stocks. I'm talking about us buying digital assets and companies on a decentralized network. That's what the fuck is going to happen. Not the classical stocks. We got to move into a decentralized world. That's what's going to happen. That's the feature. If you like it or not, that's what's going to happen. Because if you're smart, you could figure that out. It's pretty simple if you think about it. But, you know, some people want to block it in your eyes. They don't want you to see this thing because that's not what they want. I mean, do you think anybody wants decentralization who has the power to become a president or, like, become somebody who can, you know, influence people? They're not going to want that, guys. Banks are not going to like us. Like I told you guys the other day, I opened up a new fucking bank account in Wells Fargo, okay? And look, it took us a while to open it. I mean, even though it took us like a day or two, right? It's the second day. It's kind of fast. But look, the problem is there's a lot of regulations. There's a lot of rules around it that is, like, kind of stupid. And they want to rob you, right? They want to rob you. They have like too many people working for them, and they charge us stupid overdraft fees, and it's like a stupid mechanism. Okay, it takes us $35 to send money across borders. What are we doing with our life? What's going on over here? We're gonna fix that. It's true with the government election systems, dude. We couldn't do elections, and we sent the ballots at home. Even though we could have done a blockchain system. What is going on with our life? Aren't you guys, like, caring as much as I do about, like, you know, a perfect election? I mean, that's the ultimate question that anybody needs to answer, right? I mean, if you think about it, like, you would care as much as I do. And it's like, in a way that it kind of saddens me that, like, that's not the case, that we didn't do a great election in the US. I mean, you guys know about it. I know about it. It's true with, like, other countries too. I mean, if you take a look at other countries, it's true. And that's the fact. And we could have done that with blockchain. We could have done a lot of things with blockchain, and we don't want to do it. And instead, we want to block it. Why is that? Because we do not want to lead the world. I mean, the US needs to lead the world to make an example out of it, but they don't want to do it. And that opens up new opportunities for developing countries such as El Salvador, if you pay attention to it. What is the reason that they are not leading the world? That's the question that you got to answer for yourself. Why aren't they doing that? You know? I don't know. Why is IMF asking El Salvador to be careful? Why is that? Because they don't want other countries to actually go into a different system. But you know what? The best way to lead is to show the right way. And the right way is not by spending a ton of money. Not by giving a bunch of free money. That's not how you lead. You don't make people lazy. Why are you making people lazy that they don't want to even work? Just giving out free dollars? They're going to try to replace you, man. I tell you what. And you're probably not going to be here if you don't get your shit together. And the smart people in the US already actually recognize this path and already building towards it. Look at like Algorand, the MIT professor. Look at like, you know, other people. All like Cardano is already building on it. You guys know Charles Hoskinson. I mean, he's living in Colorado. There's even like AVAX. AVAX is being built over here too. It's the same thing. So you got to catch the wave while it stands and embrace it. Not like kind of shut it down. If you shut it down, you're going to miss on the entire wave. You don't want to shut it down. You want to have as minimum regulation as possible and don't really bother with it. But also create your own CBDCs and embrace the Bitcoin ecosystem more. And integrate a lot of different systems around it. And the banks needs to do the same thing. You know, they should not be robbing us. They should be actually giving us more freedom. That's how US is built on. And we can't even do that right now in the US. Isn't that fucking crazy? That like in the US, if you pay attention right now, people are getting banned out of Twitter. People are getting banned out of like YouTube. People are getting banned out of these different platforms. And we can't even talk about this stuff about COVID. And I'm not even talking about that right now, right? You can't even mention the virus. What the hell are you doing, Buddha? Come on. But you know what? A lot of people are aware of that now. A ton of them, actually. And they're going to start talking. Because if you stop them, they're urged to talk about it more. Right? If you stop letting people, you know, talk about ivermectin or other stuff, they're going to talk about it, guys. Come on. We're going to talk about it. You guys know about all this stuff. Come on. Right? I hope you guys do at least, because there is a suppression of information in the US and in other countries. Not only in the US, it seems like almost some class doesn't want us to talk about this stuff. But you know what? Either they like it or not, we're going to fucking change the system. We're going to change it to be more decentralized, and we're going to change it to provide us more freedom, and more freedom to not only US, but lead the way in other countries. That's the only way. Because if you bring out the freedom to people and talk about what's right, what's wrong, and argue about it, that's how great things are built on. Not by fucking suppressing people. You gotta let everybody talk. That's how we figure things out. You know, we learn things from each other. We don't dictate what they are gonna do and what they can do and can't do. We just let them go and free, and then let them determine what's gonna happen. So there's a better network. And we're going to build everything on decentralization this way, remove all the companies that are getting all the power to themselves, but they're going to have to distribute it. That's how we're going to build the system. Because if you and I decide on it, the crypto wave is going to be the biggest wave that you have ever seen, and anybody else telling you otherwise is totally false. That's how we think. That we don't care about Bitcoin. I mean, look, right now, you may actually care more about making more money. I'm making altcoins to make money, and that's why you're listening to me, because I've been here for a long time. I know exactly what to do, and I can show you guys the way, and I'm going to keep doing that for a long time, hopefully. And I want to do it. I think I will. But the most important thing is, by doing this and by becoming part of the decentralization, we are helping each other. We are building products and services that can actually do a difference in the world. And that's the most important thing. Not by fucking shilling your Bybit link. Not by telling people to fucking gamble. That's not how you change things. That's why we need more hodlers. We don't need people to go out of their nowhere and like start leverage trading. We need more people to actually build on this ecosystem and believe in the projects that are right. That wants the right thing to happen. And I honestly think if we do that, there's going to be more than enough money and more than enough productivity by building these DAOs, or like decentralized organizations and companies, to feed the entire world. We just got to distribute the power to people, and not one person, just everybody, all of us together. That's the only way we can win. And I think Bitcoin has already proved that. Bitcoin started off as like a seed, guys. It was just a seed. It's just the first step. There's a bigger wave coming up now. It's too late. It's already going to happen. Either they like it or not, it's going to happen. They may as well embrace it so that they can make money with it, or they can help out people. There are two ways of seeing it. I would say it's not only going to help out a bunch of people, but you're also going to make some money with it, whichever one you prefer. But if you do the right thing, that will be the only way. If you do the exact opposite and go towards the centralization, you're not going to win. The ultimate goal needs to be the decentralization. You can start off being centralized, but your ultimate goal needs to be decentralization. There is no way around. That's the only way you're going to let your audience, let the people all over the world and humanity to excel. That's the only way. You need to give out the people to the real people, like you guys listening to me right now. I need to give all the power to you, and you need to dictate what I can say and can't say. But one of you, I can tell you and vote on the fact that he can say this and can't say that, but we cumulatively decide that. Does it make sense? I mean, not necessarily saying stuff, because you should be free to say whatever you want, but like your actions, for the company's actions, for the product's actions, for like stuff that you guys are all sharing together that you are using, right? Like you could tell me, oh okay, Buddha, you should be talking about technical analysis right now, and please do. And you could be voting on that. That's how you need to actually tell me what you are doing with the DAOs. And that's going to happen in the companies as well. The companies are going to ask you about your feedback, and you're going to actually dictate their actions. That is the right way of doing things, if you think about it. It's true with governments, it's true with laws, it's true with everything. Because if everybody is smart enough to actually analyze the information with the help of the AI in the future, then we will all be actually making the rational decision to excel all the human beings. And that's what we are moving towards. And you may be saying, oh my God, bro, there's there's too much. You know, we're not going to have the artificial intelligence. We're not going to have the chips that they're putting into our brain and stuff like that. You know, I'm not even talking about that. I'm only talking about like you wearing a VR glass in the next like 5 years and be able to reach an information a lot faster than you are doing right now. So it's already happening with the mixed reality glasses, with the other technologies that we're going to have that we are already building right now. That is the path that we are going towards. The most important thing is if you give the power to a center, like one person or like a group of people, that's not how that can actually ruin the entire world, if you ask me. Like, that's too much power, man. Like, we're talking about an AI that needs to be like all of us together having it, you know, and excel and using it to excel us as humanity, you know. That's the only way of looking at it, as together, like all of us in this together. So we got to look at that way. But anyways, I think we went too fucking balls deep into this. You know, we're just like too far into it. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 episodes every day. And tomorrow, I think we are out of time right now, but tomorrow we're going to talk about a lot of different things. But today, we covered a lot of different subjects. We talk about, you know, the DeFi sector, because somebody asked me in DeFi, man, you guys put me into that, you know, rabbit hole, right? We went into the rabbit hole and started rambling a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. And I hope I was able to give you guys something to think about, and, you know, just think about it. You know, decentralization is over there. It's going to happen either you like it or not. It has to happen to help all of us out. It's as simple as that. If you give these people the power, they're just going to manipulate you. They're gonna you know, try to bring people into election that they like and you don't like and stuff like that. We just gotta all come together and agree on the rules and determine the fate of all the countries and all together. You know, in the United States, we don't have the freedom of speech right now for COVID. What the hell is going on? You know, that's not good. That's not how it's supposed to be. Right? So we need to fix a lot of things in these decentralized networks, and we got a lot of job to do actually. So that being the case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on another video tomorrow around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take it easy for now, everybody.